the first one, 49ers at Seahawks tonight. I'm going to go ahead and take the Niners. Now, I did pause for a second because it is in Seattle. Young quarterback that hasn't played much going on the road, right? Remember, he came in at home. He started against Tampa at home, right? So going on the road to Seattle might be a little chilly. I'm not saying it's not normally like warm up there in December or January, right? So it's going to be a tougher game. But at the end of the day, I don't trust Geno Smith under the pressure that the Niners defense can put on a quarterback.
Yeah.
Under that pressure, I don't trust him to deliver. I'll take the Niners by like a field goal.
100% agree. I don't see the Niners losing. They have so much momentum right now, and the way they are able to shut down every single offense they play against, it speaks volumes.
All right, let's go with the Colts at the Vikings. I think the Vikings are a little undervalued here, given that they have lost, I think, 2 of their last 3. But the Colts are a bad football team, point blank. I don't think they can't. First of all, their defense is banged up, so they're not very good right now, which has been the strength of their team previously. Yeah. And I don't know who's going to start a quarterback. Is it Matt Ryan? And if so, how many picks is he going to throw? They haven't been able to run the ball consistently. Their protection's not good. I'm Vikings here all the way.
Yeah, Vikings. Also, not sure why there's not an over-under on interceptions for Matt Ryan. That would be a good line to take. Because if it's anything, if it's like 2 or 3, I'm taking the over.
It'd probably be like a half an interception.
Or like
realistically. But I mean, like, there's probably a bet like Matt Ryan to throw 2+ interceptions.
I would actually hit that. I would hammer that line.
It's a good thing to look for. I don't know, maybe. Let's go with the Ravens at the Browns here. So we're split on this one. You're going to go ahead and take the Ravens. I'm not sure the health of any of their quarterbacks. So I'm going to take the Browns at home. They're actually favored by 2.5, which is an interesting line. But I think them being at home, Nick Chubb being able to run the football a little bit, and Deshaun at home, maybe he can find a little bit of rhythm. I'll go with the Browns. I don't feel great about it just because it's the Browns. Yeah. But right now, with all the injuries to Baltimore, do the Browns have a better roster?
I think
it's got to be close.
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and take Baltimore. I just think we have said multiple times now. So it's an offense where they are not dependent on their quarterback whatsoever. You can swap guys in and out, and these 3 quarterbacks are almost identical in the way that they play. So I don't think it's going to, the quarterback position itself, hurt their offense as much. Definitely not going to be as efficient as they would be with Lamar. But I think they're going to be able to do enough, and at the end of the day, it's Cleveland. Also, are the Ravens the most unlucky team in the league? They get plagued by injury, it seems like, every single year. They've had the roster to win it now for like 3 or 4 years, and they just have not been able to escape injury when it comes to like the last couple weeks.
Here's something that's interesting. Look at their style, though. They're physical, running, run-centric team.
Sure.
Look at San Francisco as well. Physical, run-centric team. Yeah. They're always banged up, too. Maybe there's something to like those practices or whatever.
I don't know.
Let's go with the Dolphins at the Bills here. We're both going to take the Bills, but this brings us to our first bet of the week. So the Dolphins are plus 7.5, right? So you're going to get the hook towards Buffalo, which means the Dolphins can only lose by a touchdown. They'd be all right.
Yeah.
So the hook's on our side here. You're getting points on a good team, right? So anytime you get points on a good team, you got to be a little bit happy about that. Plus, they beat Buffalo the first time. Now, I don't feel great it being in Buffalo, but 7.5 points is a lot of points for a divisional game. That's a lot of points.
That's a ton. I see it being a very, very close game.
Plus, scoring right now is down in the NFL, which means points are more valuable. And that's a lot of points. That's a lot of valuable points to be on the table in a divisional matchup.
Yes.
All right, next one here. Falcons at the Saints. We're both going to go ahead and take the Saints. Falcons are starting Desmond Ridder. I think he'll end up being an okay quarterback. I think he's relatively talented. But in his first start on the road in New Orleans, that's a hornet's nest to go into.
It is.
No part of that. No part of that.
I think he'll be good too. It's just not his time to really step up into the spotlight right now.
Let's go Cowboys at the Jags. We're both going to go ahead and take the Cowboys here. This brings us to our second bet. You'll see a lot of the money is on Dallas. So take Dallas -5. Look, the Jags are on a little bit of a heater right now, but it's mostly been through the air. Well, what does Dallas do best? Kind of mostly through their pass rush is neutralize the air raid attack. They're only letting up like 190 yards through the air, maybe even less. Might even be closer to 150. They're allowing under 200 yards passing per game, which is, I think, third in the league right now. Like that's a good defense against the pass. So I think they're going to have to run the football, and I don't think they're going to be able to. So I'll take Dallas by like a touchdown.
Yeah, I like Dallas too. I was saying it before we started recording this. Since when have we seen the Jaguars go out and play great football 2 weeks in a row?
Doesn't happen much.
We'll see a nice little pop one week, and then the next week they kind of retreat back in to normal Jacksonville ways. And I don't think it's going to be enough to beat a Dallas team. This team is too well oiled. It's they are firing on all cylinders right now. So
I agree. All right, I'll take the Eagles at the Bears. Let's go with the Eagles in that one. I mean,
the Bears ain't winning that game.
it's the Bears. It's all nothing else to say. All right, Chiefs at the Texans. We're also going to take the Chiefs here. So this is one of my stay away games as well. Like big spreads, I usually stay away from.
Yeah.
Minus 14. That's a lot of points.
That is crazy.
And part of me wants to bet the dog, right? Plus 14, Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Like it's the NFL. They're professional athletes. They see a line like that. Like last week, they were like 16 at Dallas. They should have won that game, right? They only lost by 4. So part of me wants to take the Texans, but I can't go to bed that night knowing I'm betting on the Texans. I can't do it.
That's tough.
I can't do it. So stay away game for me, but I will take the Chiefs to win.
I'll take Chiefs too, but way too many points. That's a college spread.
Yeah.
Leave that for college football.
Yeah. All right, Steelers at the Panthers. This is another one we're split on. You're going to go ahead and take the Steelers. I'll take the Panthers. I don't know who I'm getting at quarterback for the Steelers, and if it's not Kenny Pickett, I don't like our chances. And I think if you can get Carolina, I think right now, so on Fox Bet, it's -2, and we use Fox Bet for most of our lines, so we'll stick with that. Carolina -2. I think that's a good line.
Yeah.
Especially because you're covered by a field goal, so that works out. And I don't know what I'm getting with the Steelers. At least I know Sam Darnold is competent.
Yeah, and I don't like the Steelers secondary, but they usually find a way to hang around in these type of games.
That's true.
Maybe we got Chris Boswell back, so
Do we?
he was activated last week.
Nice.
So if we need a last-second field goal from 65 yards, we got that.
Good.
And,
I like that. Yeah.
No, but for betting purposes though, I do like Carolina -2.
Get decent value there. So.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's go with the Lions at the Jets. You like the Lions. I'll take the Jets here. I think at home, they're going to muddy this game up. They're going to run the football. It's probably not going to be great weather. Jared Goff outside in poor weather, I don't trust. And like I said, the Jets are going to muddy it up. They're probably going to cause a turnover. They're going to run the football. They're going to be brutal to play. They're physical. I don't feel great about it because the Lions at any moment could pop off for 40.
It's always a possibility.
Yeah, and so I'm guessing that's why you're taking the Lions.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Their big playability is kind of crazy. And Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the top receivers. I haven't.
He's been
seen,
really, really good.
I haven't seen much better play from the receiver position than
He's been really, really good.
Yeah, he has been very impressive, and that whole team in general has just kind of impressed me a lot this season. We talked about it in the first segment, so yeah, I'll take Detroit.
Fair. Let's go Cardinals at the Broncos. I'll take the Broncos. I don't know why, really. I just think the Cardinals are that bad. Plus, the Broncos showed a little bit of fight towards the end there, and I don't know who's going to start. So Russ left with concussion-like symptoms, got his bell rung a little bit, and Brett Ripon, whatever, came in and actually delivered the ball pretty well. And it's weird. It seemed like they enjoyed playing for him a little bit more. I hate saying that. It seemed like there was some energy when he came in from the team. If he starts, I don't really care who starts really, but if he does, I think the energy about him at home, I don't know. I think they steal a game here.
Yeah, I mean maybe Russ's voice has just kind of gone stale in the locker room.
I think the first day it went stale, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with the Patriots at the Raiders. We'll both take the Patriots. I don't really feel great about it. At this point, I'll take Belichick over Derek Carr.
Yes.
I'm not sure I trust Derek Carr. And I like him. And I like Derek Carr, but I don't trust about 98% of the league against Belichick. So it's nothing against him. It's just it's the reality of it. And Mac Jones has been playing really well recently.
He's been doing enough.
He's been doing enough. The running game's starting to get better. So he's been good the past couple weeks in Arizona, and then on Monday. So I'll take the Patriots. Don't feel great about it, but whatever.
Yep.
Bengals at the Bucks. We're both going to take the Bengals. The Bucks can't score, and that Bengals defense is underrated. The Bucks aren't going to score many points.
And that running game in Cincinnati is just carrying them. Yeah.
Titans at the Chargers. We're both going to take the Chargers here. A more talented football team. I would say a more well-rounded football team. They don't run the football as much as I would prefer, but Tennessee can't throw it. And at this point in the league, 2022 NFL football,
you have to
throw. You have to throw. and so I'll take Justin Herbert, and at home too.
Oh yeah.
Our Giants at Commanders. This is a coin flip game, but I think the Commanders have more talent, point blank. So I'll go with the Commanders, and they're at home.
do.
And they're at home.
Yeah, they 100% have more talent, and especially on the defensive side of the football.
Right. Better receivers. Yeah, I think a better defense, especially in the front seven.
Yes.
And right now, I like Taylor Heineke better than Daniel Jones.
I think so too. Daniel Jones has been super inconsistent.
Next 5 years, who would you rather have, Heineke or Daniel Jones?
Heineke.
I think so too.
I think he's a gamer.
Monday Night Football. Wait, have I been forgetting bets? No, okay. Oh, yeah. All right, awesome. I almost forgot that one. Commanders minus 4.5. The Giants aren't a good football team. And the Commanders being at home, love that. Love that.
Yeah, that's going to be big for them.
Love that. And I think they're coming off a bye, too, which is even better. All right, let's go with the Rams at the Packers. We're both taking, the Packers?
Yeah, I mean, the Rams are that bad.
Well, they're at home, and I do think it's cool. We'll talk about this here in a little bit, and it's actually going to be kind of like a perfect segue. I don't mind Baker with the Rams, but let's not act like they didn't suck all night until the last drive. The last 2 drives, other than that, they were awful to watch.
Yeah, they weren't great.
Could not get anything going. 2 drives, made a little bit of magic. Okay, that was not the normal all night.
No,
not at all. I don't think that's a good offense. I know people are like, "Oh, I don't know, Baker. They could work." No.
Yeah, he showed the flashes at the end of the game. But I mean, if you check the stats and you were watching the game for any bit more than just that final drive, you would have seen that Baker's completion percentage was barely 50% for a while.
It wasn't good. Yeah, it wasn't good.
And their offense was anemic. They finally got a little bit of momentum at the end, and the Raiders let them back in that game. The Raiders had a bunch of key first downs that they couldn't pick up.
Right.
That's why that happened.
So we'll take the Packers at home, and also the under on 39.5 prime time unders. I'm not getting fooled by another prime time under here. So
you're not taking the over again?
No. Especially not with these offenses. So we'll go prime time under with the Rams at the Packers. It's 39.5 right now on Fox Bets. We'll roll with that.